Hi, my name is Mr. Phillips, and I'll be teaching Honors Geometry and Honors Statistics at Wheaton High School this year. Just a little bit about me. This will be my third year here at Wheaton High School, my seventh year total as a teacher. Before this, I taught down in Florida, which is also where I went to school, Florida Atlantic University, specifically the Jupiter campus. Uh, Going into details about our classes this year, some things are definitely going to be familiar to those of you familiar with Wheaton. 80% of each quarter's grade will be from all tasks, which is tests, quizzes, projects, anything of that nature. 10% will come from practice prep, which is homeworks, classwork, smaller assignments. And 10% will come from a district assessment, which is set by the county. That is every marking period, so we have 2 of those per semester, 2 semesters every year. A few things that are going to be different about grades, though. First of all, those semesters, to determine the semester grade, they will be taking the numerical average of the 2 marking periods, which means they're going to be adding those 2 numbers together and then dividing by 2. So if you have a 0 one marking period and a 100 the next, that's a 50 for the semester. So a slightly simpler system than we've used before with the letter grades, but something definitely to be aware of. Another thing that I want everyone to be aware of going in is there's a new policy on deadlines. This is countywide. So you've probably heard this from other teachers, but just in case, any work that you turn in, whether it's a homework, a project, a test, if you don't turn that in when it's supposed to be turned in on the due date, you only have 5 more days, 5 school days, so about a week, to go and turn in anything late. Previously, we've accepted things up through the end of the marking period, we've accepted things up through the interim, but that's not going to be the case. So this year, it is especially important that from the very beginning, we are going in ready to stay on top of things and know when things are due. The other big change that the county, and therefore Wheaton, is making this year is cell phones. So, students will be allowed to have their cell phones during the school day, they'll be allowed to use them at lunch and in between classes, before and after school, but during the class, they shouldn't be on them. Now, that in and of itself isn't new, but teachers are no longer allowed to use them for instruction, so they shouldn't be on them unless the teacher says. They will just be away. And there will be a place in every classroom to place the cell phone so that there isn't that temptation. They'll be put off to the side, you'll get them back at the end. Outside of that, we will talk about course expectations on the first day. You can also go to the syllabus, which is linked in the Canvas class. Grades will always be updated at least every 2 weeks on Synergy. And I am always available through remind messages, emails, and at lunch Monday through Thursday for anyone to ask questions or for additional support. Can't wait to see you guys.